This is my beautiful daughter's artwork from a couple years ago. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what the hell it is, but hey, I think it's like a house with a tree, some clouds in the sky. I don't know what that little purple thing doing at the top, but that's the most important thing in this office. Now, typically, I would do an end of the month closeout with the budget, then a separate video, just doing the credit card thing and showing the points. But for purposes, since we really didn't get our budget where we wanted it to be, and we still shaking out some bugs and kinks, for purposes of expediting this video, we're gonna just kind of talk through the budget. I'm gonna show y'all the credit card numbers and rewards, and we just gonna talk about it. I'm an attorney, I'm a licensed attorney, I'm not your attorney. So if you're looking for legal advice or financial advice, get out of here. Over on this channel is for entertainment purposes, educational purposes, trying to empower folks with financial literacy. And I'm just letting y'all know what's going on in the household of the debt free dad. We got to talk a little bit about the background. It's been a while and I've been pondering. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get rid of this whiteboard because I don't use the whiteboard as much as I do in the beginning when I was doing a lot of teaching on, 1031 like kind exchanges and all of this technical stuff. Now that I'm not doing that as much, I said, you know what? I'm tired of looking at that stupid whiteboard, and it gives me a crazy glare to light off of it. So we're gonna talk a little bit about what we got going on. I have a few other things I want to throw up there, but I didn't want to get too crowded and y'all all in the background reading the things on the wall and not listening to what the heck I'm saying. So of course, you can't get rich thinking poor. I think that's self-explanatory. You got to think big. You the only one who can think big for you because most people are gonna look at you crazy when you tell them your thoughts. All right, the next one we're gonna go over. Oh man, I gotta turn around. I'm getting a tear in my eye because it was just the anniversary. We're gonna go over to the late great Kobe Bryant. The moment you give up is the moment you let someone else win. Another Kobe Bryant quote is, "If you do not believe in yourself, no one will do it for you." I mean, that's facts. I don't know about y'all, but I actually like looking at motivational and inspirational things that celebrities give. I post some of them on my IG at official debt free dad, and Kobe just had some gems, man. I would listen to Kobe speak, and I want to go out there and just play basketball, bad knees and all. Now, this is the most important thing on the wall. This picture right here. Let me explain a little bit about it. My daughter, she goes over and helps at the elementary school where she goes to school at. So after school, her and one of her friends go over, and one of the teachers who were there had drawn a couple of art projects of hers from like when she was in the third grade. And so, she came home with all this stuff. And I said, you know what? Give it to me. I'm going to put it in my office. But, we working from home now. I'm probably not going to go in the office no time soon. I was like, I'm going to put it in a more important office. I'm going to put it in the office of the debt free dad. I'm gonna put it in one of the main focal point of DFD Creative Media. So this is my beautiful daughter's artwork from a couple years ago. Now I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what the hell it is, but hey, I think it's like a house with a tree, some clouds in the sky. I don't know what that little purple thing doing at the top, but that's the most important thing in this office. Now let's go ahead jump to the numbers. Okay, for the month of January on our credit card, we spent $6,620. Those are all the expenses we put on the card. On January, we're gonna take a deep dive. You can see just kind of what we did historically last year. And last year was kind of crazy because August we had crazy expenses. October, November, December, we were paying for trips. We were on vacation. So those months were just kind of high because we had to make those final payments for the vacation. Then we were on vacation and blowing all that vacation budget money that we stashed away. So typically this is right around the sweet spot, probably about $1,000 lower. Um, I'll tell you. Well, I'll talk about it a little bit later on when we get to the next slide. But so that's kind of where we went. We spent $6,600 on our credit card this month. All right, next, let's just take a look at the categories. We got shopping and shopping category. Of course, we got some groceries and other things and expenses up in there, bills and utilities, self explanatory. Food and drink. Now, food and drink, $1,000. That's definitely not what we have in the budget. I will link a video to the budget that we went over preliminary budget for the year. The reason this is $1,000 is because we had our anniversary. So for our anniversary, we had to go out somewhere nice. And hey, I'm not taking my wife somewhere crazy on my anniversary looking, and then they're gonna have me out here looking crazy. So that really accounted for that high cost with regard to food and drink. Is one night a year. We really didn't have any like date or anything planned because I figured, we just came back from vacation in December. So I was like, let's just keep it simple to a nice dinner at a nice place with some nice drinks and good food. So that's kind of what we did. So that was, I mean, that meal ran us 500 and some change because I mean it was a place where you had to make reservations like a month ahead. I ate there before doing lunch. When back when the office was open up, that's what lawyers do. They go out to eat lunch all the time and waste a bunch of damn money like I was doing. So I ate there before, she didn't. So that was kind of why the food and drink category is so high. Groceries, $874. Monthly for the budget is $1,000. But this grocery money, that difference kind of got spent in this shopping category. So when you're using this credit card, it doesn't allocate everything how we have it allocated in the budget. But we're looking at this credit card just to kind of get a snapshot of the spending for the month. As I let you all know where we jacked up in the budget, I'll talk through. All right, this is an expense that we probably wouldn't have. Let's talk about automotives. There's some work that I know I need to get done to my car. It's probably a couple months out. I'm not really pressed to get it done right now. My mechanic already came, checked everything out. Was like, it's not a pressing issue. But I was like, you know what? Let me go and get the parts now, and then stash up a couple of coins. So when it's time to actually get the work done, I'll have everything squared away. So that automotive expense isn't an expense that'll typically be there. Next, we have health and wellness. In the health and wellness category, $407. Now, I'll tell you where that kind of got out of whack was because my son broke his glasses, but I guess fortunately for us, it was time for him to get a new pair of glasses. Typically, when we get glasses, we get him two pair because that dude's just a destructive, ridiculous person. And so that bill should have been about typically about $100 a month for medications and vitamins and stupid stuff like that. But it was a little over $300 with the insurance for his eye exam and two pair of glasses and all the computer lens reflective stuff that he probably got on there. All right, now this category gas is going to have to get adjusted. This is one of the things that we're going to have to fix on our budget. Um, what we have allocated for gas is $150, right? Gas is going up, and unfortunately, we got vehicles, so you only could put 93 octane in. So we can't put like whatever 83, 87. We got to put the most expensive gas in that car. 150 was cool. I knew it was getting out of hand because the price of gas has gone up, and we're doing a lot more traveling, especially my wife. So we spent over $300 in gas. So luckily we made up for that in other categories. We didn't go crazy on the eating out category, but we're gonna have to make some adjustments because they're gonna be a lot more traveling with my son starting his guitar lessons. I'm starting a class that I tell y'all about a little bit later. So yeah, we're gonna have to probably up that category on the budget from 150 to maybe 250 or something to that effect. But right now, you can see we spent 327 or on it on the credit card for this year. Personal $308. Now and there we have a bunch of categories. Mostly it was cost associated with DFD Creative Media, the Debt Free Dad, some subscriptions for some services that I use to do some YouTube stuff, some thumbnails, and some other stuff. So that's made up the majority of those costs, and those are costs that I only pay once a year. So it's not like it's going to be a recurring cost that I'm paying every month. All right, so let's talk about it. Travel, we spent $185. With that, that was essentially a rental car purchase that we got for my daughter who's having some out of town dance thing, and we got to have a car when we go there. We found a good deal, so I said, let's go ahead and get it now while we got it to get before it goes up to $300 a month. So that's a cost that's not normally on there. Entertainment, All right, entertainment. Again, with entertainment, this is crazy. Most of the cost is associated with my daughter and some of her dancing expenses. They always got a shirt or a jacket or a uniform or a costume. That shit is ridiculous, man. These kids better be lucky I love them. I actually got a shirt. One of them is for my shirt. It says "Dance Dad." I don't dance. I just finance, which is 100% right. So that's was the entertainment category. Personal services is some smaller subscriptions we got for things like Adobe Premiere and some other stuff like that that the wifey uses. Gifts and donations in the home category. Gifts and donations $30, home category $20. So really, as it stands on a budget, we probably spent about I would say we probably spent about $1,600 on this credit card that we probably wouldn't normally have spent. About $500 were spent on, well, maybe 1,700. $500 was spent on the parts for the car repair that I know I'm gonna have to get down the line. Another $180 for a rental car for a trip that we're taking that we're stashing money and sinking fund for. And $1,000 of the total amount spent um, is going to be for the cost for FinCon this year. I'm going to FinCon. That's just my every year thing. To kind of seep knowledge from the other financial YouTube creators out there. So tickets go on sale next week. FYI, if y'all interested in going to FinCon, it's going to be in Orlando, Florida. Tickets go on sale next week. I was able to get an early ticket discount because I went last year, so I did jump on that, and I actually went ahead and got the hotel room in advance while the prices were low. So that's essentially a done deal. So that's kind of how the credit card spending played out. Those are kind of how the categories played out. The gas category is probably going to be a problem. We're going to have to adjust that. There's a couple of things we're going to tweak, but like I said, I'll link the video in the description box for our budget for January to show how we planned on moving forward for the rest of the year. But we'll probably make some small changes because the price of some things are going up. So we'll have to move some stuff around. We're gonna take last but not least, let's take a look at where our credit card rewards stand. Currently, we got $119, $118.95 worth of rewards. After the next statement, you can add an extra $83 to that. After the next statement, we can add an extra $83 to that. And on the right, you can see just kind of how that is broken down. We have $14 on 5% cash back for Amazon purchases, 2% for restaurant, gas stations, drugstore, grocery, and then the $64 is 1% back on all other purchases. So that's kind of how the rewards break down. We got a little over $200 so far in the rewards. This month we spent about $6,000. Like y'all already know, we pay this damn thing off every month. So it's not like we ain't paying any interest or anything. So don't play the rewards game if you can't pay it off every month, if you don't know how to move like that. Sometimes it's not just worth it. Like Dave Ramsey said, I never met a person who said they got rich off their credit card rewards or their cash back point. That's a wrap for this video. Take a look at these two videos on the screen right here. It'll be a video related to finances and our family's debt-free journey and a playlist related to investments. Check them out. Definitely more content you'll enjoy. Peace.